All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin. All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back for yet another live stream. We are going to be bringing you the latest all the time, keeping each and every one of you guys always informed throughout this managerial fiasco that is taking place at Chelsea Football Club. We've already accepted the fate of Europa Conference League for next season. Whether we participate in it or not, we shall see. There have been teams previously that has forfeited. We could potentially do that as well, but we will see whether that is the case or not. I see a brother saying, fake news, he hasn't been appointed officially. No one said that he has been appointed. If you see my title, it says, Roberto Zerbi already appointed as Chelsea manager behind the scenes, ? No one's claiming that he has been appointed. But there is a lot of people that is saying that perhaps, maybe it's already done in the background. Perhaps all of this facade that we are seeing in regards to McKenna, in regards to Maresca, it's just a bit of a show. It might all be done in the background. That's the discussion that we're having. I'm not here claiming that it's done. That's not what I'm here for. I'm just here to have a pleasant conversation with you guys whilst the news is flowing through. And I also have my brother Ishan Badra, the bad boy Badra in the house. It's been a long time, bro. If you guys remember, ladies and gentlemen, in the live chat, my boy Ishan, we used to do so much content together. But of course, Ishan ended up getting a job. And then he said to me, Miz, F you, I am going to do my job. And now I am too busy for you. But look, it's always great to have Ishan back on the channel whenever he can have the time. He's got a bit of time on his hand at the moment. He's on holidays. Brother, how are you, bro? You're looking good, bro. You're looking good.
Hey, thank you so much, Miz. I miss this a lot. I mean, it's been a long time. It's been a long time. From I remember when I think so. I was a part of your show first time around. It was back in 2021 Champions League final. That was the time where we started this journey, and from then on, I think so. We went for 1.5 years. You were around 2.3K, Miz, and look where we are now at 30.
Time flies, bro. Time flies.
First of all, congratulations to you and the
you,
channel
brother.
and the lovely live chat. I missed you all. I missed you so
Bro,
much.
are you seeing some of the comments? They all remember you, bro. They all remember you.
The ones who remember me are the OGs, man.
They're the
You know what I
OGs.
mean?
Someone
It's been
saying
a long
Ishan
time,
looks skinnier. Did you lose weight, bro?
I did actually. Yes, but then
Is it because maybe a lady just around the corner? Maybe you're shaping up for a lady.
it's because the club that I support, which is apparently this, got me a bit stressed out.
Making you lose weight.
Making me lose weight, making me stressed out mentally, physically, everywhere.
Oh
So
my
yeah.
days.
Good how's
good
it
to
been,
have you.
Wes?
Been fantastic, bro. Can't complain. Alhamdulillah, it's been good. Lovely community we have built up here, and as you have already said, you know, it's been growing nicely. It's been growing organically. It's not like it's in a rocket sort of ship, you know, moving, skyrocketing upwards, but it's moving nicely, and I'm happy with that. Obviously, there are the trolls every now and then in the live chat, but they keep things very entertaining. One of the trolls lately is my man, President Jafar, who used to be a very good friend of mine, but now he's all against me. He's gone. In WWE. You know, in WWE, Ishan, when certain wrestlers their face and then they turn heel.
Face and heel turn.
He turned heel on me.
This guy's heel turn now. Oh my god.
He became The Rock. You know, he turned heel, and I'm Cody.
Cody.
He's the final boss. He's the final boss.
Man went from people's champion to final boss.
President Jafar became the final boss, man. I love President Jafar, man. I love you, man. You know I love you, man. But it's good. You bring in a different perspective, so it's good. Ishan, look, I don't want to bore you with all heap of nonsense. How you feel about Poch leaving this? The Poch is gone.
Yeah,
He's
yeah, yeah.
gone, bro.
100%.
Forget it. That news is
100%.
over. We now will look forward to the future, bro. We are looking forward to the future, and the
Yeah.
future is. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na,
Oh.
na, 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 na. Bro,
Oh my God.
Conference League. Firstly, I want to get your thoughts. How you feeling about that?
Yes. Oh, man, Conference League. One game that we wanted Man City to win is one game. And
Bang, Chod, one game we wanted you to win, just one. We
just
wanted you
one.
to win one. You
Oh
couldn't do
my
that.
God. These guys came out and just chose to lose. We were going to lose today. They came out on the pitch and they were like, we are done for the season. You know what I mean?
Bro, they were
It's
not
over.
interested. They were
Yeah.
just not interested. And Man
No, 100.
United, on the contrary, they put on a nice structured, game. Like, what
Yeah,
happened to the Man United that used to open up the legs and people used to slide it in? Like, what happened to that?
yeah. Yeah, 100%. I mean, mate, it's okay. It is what it is. And Man United being having such a bad season, horrific season, worse than us, to be very honest. But then still
Mm,
they went on to win an FA Cup. And for us, it's
incredible.
unfortunate that you look at past 3, 4, 5 years, every single time we go on for a cup final and we go out there just to lose. Wembley has been such a pathetic, a pathetic stadium for us. We
Worst.
just go up, end up losing there. But then, yeah, man. Again, Conference League. Can we forfeit this thing? Just like
I think we
time
can.
out.
Yeah, time out. Time out, time out, please. Time out, time out. No, I think we can forfeit. I mean, Ishan, some of the, I don't know if you saw some of the names. Some of the
Yeah.
names, they look like, when you throw a rock from the top and it hits every floor, like it hits every corner and it goes tuk tak tick tuk tak tick tak 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 and all the way down.
Yeah, yeah.
some of the names, some of the names of the teams is tuk tak tick tick tuk tak tak tuk.
When you take a steel plate, we usually have a steel plate, and you just throw it on the floor. Tang tung ting tang. Oh, that's a name. That's a nice name for your club.
That's who we are. We are playing against these type of teams, bro. It's crazy.
Bro.
It's crazy. So, um, I don't know, man. Look. There was a point where I was thinking maybe this is good. Like, at least it gives the players an opportunity to have an extra game. Um, but then I was sort of thinking, nah, man, this is not for us. Like, when you look at the teams, and
Yeah.
once again, like, yeah, fine, these teams, they're trying to do, like, look, UEFA basically created another competition for more viewership, for more money, and this, that,
Yeah.
the other.
Yeah.
This competition is for the lower sort of table
Yeah.
teams,
100%.
giving them an opportunity to have a bit of a say in Europe, and then they get the opportunity by winning the Conference League and then go into Europa League. So I honestly think, Ishan, this is not really for us, man. Like,
It's not. Yeah.
it's not
No.
worth it.
It's not worth it, miss. 100%. It's not for us. Look, I mean, this competition. Just look at the list of teams. We are the best team, 100%. Probably we might be the best team in the Europa League as well, if not mistaken. But Conference League, come on, man. It's someone like West Ham who just won it last year. It's for them.
Mm.
It's someone like for a Brighton. It's for them. Who do not
Yes,
get a shot at
yes.
Europa, but they still show some promising gameplay. It's someone for like Tottenham Hotspurs, to be very fair, because they have no trophy. I'm not
Yeah,
even
maybe they.
kidding.
No, there's a good opportunity for them to win a trophy. You're right.
It is. I don't know. I think so. They once they were qualified for this Conference League at one year,
Yeah,
and they
and they
I don't know
flopped.
what
And they flopped. I think it was
happened. Oh,
some Croatian team they lost to, or maybe a Slavian team. They lost
yeah,
to a
I guess.
team.
Antonio Conte was the manager, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah, yeah,
and
he
and
was.
they lost there as well. These losers, man, what to do? But it's okay. I mean, it's a competition for clubs like them. Look,
Yeah.
Juventus also got qualified for this competition, and they opted out, which was very fair
Yes.
because their
Yeah.
level is way above. Regardless of the fact that their performance has been, on a level where Conference League is what they get. Similarly, we can talk about us as well. Our performance holistically, if you see throughout the season, has not been very good. But again, come on, man. Looking at the stature of the club, looking at what our actual level is, probably we should give it a buy. And not just that, but also from a financial standpoint, this competition offers nothing to you. Nothing, absolute. Just
Bro,
you'll just
I think the winner only gets 15 million.
bro. That's just peanuts. I
Bro,
mean,
that's
that's
like that's like a lunch or something for some of these
yeah, that's like
players.
a lunch, and the amount of effort it'll go into, to play the whole competition throughout, right from the beginning, all the injuries and all, it's going to be a bit
Yeah,
chaotic. we
it's
can't we
not
can't
worth
risk
it.
that. It's not worth it at all. Miss, look, last season we were out of the European competition totally, right? Not even a
Mm.
conference league. We were just playing the domestic leagues and the Premier League. But still, we were struggling with what, 10, 11, 12 injuries throughout the year.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
this added competition, which gives you absolute no value at the end, even if you win it. I mean, it's not actually worth it, man. The injuries, probably just to play in this competition and getting all the injuries, we might miss out on something very big.
I think
That is,
financially as well,
yeah,
Ishan, we will probably make like I don't know if you're going to make any money. I don't think the broadcasting is that lucrative. I don't think too many people watch this conference league. I know obviously now if Chelsea's there, a lot of Chelsea fans will obviously watch it, but I think overall there's not enough broadcasting money. At least Europa League has some level of value. Europa League is still pretty
yeah,
good. Back in
yeah.
the days,
Mm.
it was known as what was it known as? Europa League, Cup Winners' Cup. Like it
Cup Winners
was,
Cup, yeah, yeah,
it had some value to it, right? So,
yeah.
um, yeah,
But
man, it
now,
just
even now, Miss, once this Europe UECL has been introduced, the level of Europa has uplifted a lot. That's what I see. One positive fact of bringing the Conference League is the Europa League getting a bit more tough competition, and the level, the stature of that competition has increased a bit more. Because there is another below level of a competition which has come into the game, and there are teams who fight for that competition as well, just to win and progress into Europa League.
yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, Europa League has its stature, and if we were in that Europa League, that it would have made sense. But it is what it is, and after Man City fluked that one game that we wanted them to win, it's okay. But I think so. I would still say, Miss, that we should forfeit this, and probably focus more on
Yeah,
the
we
Premier
should. We should. It's crazy how Man United, even with their poor season, they find themselves with the FA Cup. Like FA Cup's decent, bro. Like
League. Yeah,
that's a very, very lucrative domestic cup that they've won.
100%. Yes.
Even with their and it hurts me to see Mason Mount lifting the trophy. Oh my god,
Ah, yes.
it's crazy, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. More pain for us. I want to now talk to you about the managerial situation, Ishan. I want to
Yeah.
know how you feel about. There's a lot of rumors that's happening in the background that all of these things that we are seeing right now, Kieran McKenna and Maresca and Thomas
Yeah.
Frank. I think Thomas Frank is a bit of a. I don't know why this guy's in this shortlist. Like
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
just threw him in. Like just when you are making the masala for tandoori chicken and you're
Yeah.
throwing it,
Yeah.
yeah, like just throw that
It's
throw
so,
that
so,
one in as well. Throw that one in. It's just gonna give a bit more flavor.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just gonna give a
Yeah.
bit more flavor.
Yeah.
But I feel like sometimes it's unnecessary. Don't worry, we don't need that masala that we can do with that one. Um,
Yeah.
but a lot of people are saying that maybe Chelsea in the background have already spoken to De Zerbi. It's already
Uh-huh.
done. De Zerbi, we saw just before the Man United game, they parted ways. That was meant to be
Yeah.
his last game.
Yeah.
Brighton's looking for a manager,
Uh-huh.
and we saw Paul Winstonley and Pochettino at the Brighton game, Brighton
Yeah.
versus Roma in the Europa League, and you can see Pochettino fully like upset, and Paul
Yeah.
Winstonley almost like watch him. That's how we want to play.
Yeah.
Watch
And
this guy.
apparently we beat them 4 times.
And
I,
yeah, we beat them 4 times. Pochettino beat him 4 times actually
yeah.
last season. How do you feel about potentially De Zerbi coming in? How do you feel about that?
First of all, I would answer that just two prelims before that. One, the last time we talked about manager, miss, in this show, when you talked about me, we were talking about Thomas Tuchel getting sacked. That's how
Oh
long.
my god! Every
That's
time I
how
bring
long it
you in, when the manager goes,
All right. It's like we're trying to get our frustrations out, yeah. But yeah, okay. That's one thing. Second thing, if for your live chat as well, this is I've just heard the all you can eat episode that you guys did. What a
Hmm.
fantastic debate that you guys had. I mean,
Yeah,
what a
big
featured
show.
debate.
Yeah,
uh, I urge all the live chat to just go once and watch the points everybody made. It's not just about Miz, because of course I know he always speaks sense, but then it's about the totality
of
of the
course. Yeah,
episode.
yeah.
Everybody made sense for that whole managerial standpoint of the situation that we are facing. Now, coming to my perspective, what I, I mean, what chain of events has it been, Miss? Right from, if you see, right from the time when Pochettino was hired. To be very honest, Miss, I'm again not a big fan of Pochettino. I've never been a big fan of Pochettino. I remember talking to you probably in other platforms as well. I mean, in personal platforms, that I didn't want Pochettino. I did not envy Pochettino. I was never confident about him because he's never won it big the way we wanted to, and uh, throughout his journey, I was not very much confident in him until the few last games. But then there was a moment in between his whole tenure that we all felt that he should be sacked. I think so. Everybody felt that, right? Probably it was
Hmm.
that period of time when we lost 5-0 to Arsenal, and we were drawing games left, right, and center, getting a defeat by Brentford and all, Bournemouth and all. We were all, so dejected. We all wanted Pochettino to go out, and that was the time our owners came out and said that no, it's all right. Let's keep faith in him. He's gonna do well. Let's trust the
Yeah,
process. This, that, and the other. We said, all right, we've got no choice but to follow you because you are our owners. Let's trust the process. Now, since we started to trust the process and all those BS, he's somewhere down the line. It came down to Pochettino's neck, where he was just about to get sacked, and then that's the moment where all the results starts flipping upside down. We started winning games. We started defeating big clubs. You know, uh, we started growing against big clubs, winning games, and eventually we got sixth position. We sealed the European spot, and
yeah,
then a dhappa came in, the hide and seek we play in India, and a dhappa happens. A dhappa gave in by the Chelsea owners and said goodbye. Did not make sense to me at all. Look, I'm the biggest critic of Pochettino. I would not say that I'm sad or happy him leaving. I'm content. But what is the cost of him getting sacked? What is
mm,
your plan? You should have a backup plan for that.
yeah,
If you're telling me, all right, we're gonna sack Pochettino because he's not done a good job. He's not done a good job. That means we want something better than Pochettino. The list that you've come up with, 5, 6, 7 managers, are you sure they are better than Pochettino? I don't think so. Even one of them is. I don't think
yeah.
so. Do you think so? All these managers that you've listed down are
They're
able.
far less experienced. They're far
Exactly.
less experienced. Yeah.
Forget about the statistics, forget about the matches played, win, and all those tactical standpoints. Are these the names that you've taken? Are they el- are they eligible to handle the big egos of the players that we have? Just
Mm,
imagine we have a player called as Caicedo that we bought for 120 million. Enzo Fernandez 110 million odd. Do you think these guys are going to listen to you? You probably, your whole, the club that you're managing, McKenna and these guys, the whole club's value is what our Moses Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez's value
yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
It's a huge difference, miss. I don't know why these guys don't understand. At this point of time, I'm only one thing comes to my mind is that these guys need a yes man. That's it, nothing else.
Mm,
Because what's the other point? Thomas Tuchel, you sacked. Why? Because of course he goes against, he wants the way things should happen for a team. He plays for the team. He wanted big things, better things. You didn't give him, sacked. Bye bye, gone. Now it came down to Pochettino. when things were getting better, you sacked him. Why? Because probably his demands were, getting lifted up for the next season, or
Mm,
probably your thoughts are not being aligned with Pochettino, or probably you being an owner who you should stay upstairs were coming down and then you're poking too much into Pochettino's work, which was not healthy and ethical as well. Everything is in a turmoil, and I really don't understand. If you're telling me, and look at the gameplay, Miz, I think so. It's always been Deserby. I think so. I've heard you guys talk in this last episode as well. All you can eat, even I think the same. It seems like it's always been that plot, where
mm,
Deserby is our main man. We don't want to pick straight away Deserby and give everyone the clue that it's going to be Deserby, because everything that happened with Graham Potter was so negative and
yeah.
so bad,
So
which,
much history with Brighton. So much history.
yes,
You know.
so much poor history with Brighton, so much poor decisions made, through Brighton and all. Uh, Especially looking at the whole Graham Potter standpoint, nobody wanted, probably the upstairs did not want all the fans to, link us, getting linked us with Deserby, knowing the fact that, probably he's not the right man. Two, probably, looking at the bad history, nobody wants the upstairs do not want the fans to know at this point of time. Now, what they
Mm,
did is that bought a list of players. We have a list of managers. Wow, 5 to 6 managers. Who are they?
mm,
McKenna and all these guys. None of the big names. Why? Why none of the big names? Conte is available. You could have at least said that we are probably figuring it out. With Conte, there could have been a possibility with Mourinho. There could have been a possibility with Xavi Hernandez. Barcelona just sacked him.
Thomas Tuchel.
Thomas Tuchel, come on, he's leaving, right? At least have some talks. Why not these big names? Why all
Sorry.
this?
Sorry is another one.
Maurizio Sarri is available. Allegri just got sacked by Juventus. Just, and probably, I am not saying that fix these guys. Just list them down as well. You did not list even one of these big names. Why? Because let's drop the level so down that when you start talking about Deservi,
It
it would
looks
make
good.
sense.
It looks
Yeah,
good.
it looks good, and it's so disheartening, Miss. Just look at from an overall standpoint. Chelsea Football Club, right? We're five-time Premier League winners, two-time Champions League winners. We should be talking from an era of Jose Mourinho, Carlo Ancelotti, Antonio Conte. We've come down to McKenna and I don't
But
know
but you
who.
know what, Ishan? Apparently now the new wave is young, inexperienced,
Hmm.
modern day philosophy. That's the new wave. Everyone wants to follow that now. Everyone wants that fairy tale Chubby Alonso, Bayer Leverkusen style, Dortmund style. They want this new thing. Like, how do you feel about this, bro? Like this, it has to be a young, up and coming, exciting manager. Those managers are now prehistoric. They're dinosaurs. They should just be put back into shelf. Uh, Gasperini just won the Europa League a few days ago, and he's 66. Did
Explain.
he not? Did he not play good football? Did Atalanta not smash Amorim, who we are linked with? He smashed
Correct.
Sporting. He smashed Jurgen Klopp. And he
And
smashed
who he
Bayer
smashed?
Leverkusen's Xabi Alonso in
Yes.
the final.
Yes.
Absolutely
Thank
smashed
you.
him.
Thank you.
He's 66. For me, I don't understand this thing about the age. I, I understand if you want to play exciting brand of football. Like a
Yes.
lot of people say, uh, I don't like the way Mourinho plays. It's park the bus. And last time I saw Mourinho play, some of the park the bus, it's not like he does park the bus all the time. Sometimes he does because of the level of the opposition. He wants to play pragmatic style, counter attacking. Don't you dare lie to me that park the bus style, you've been upset when it brought so much success to us. And
Yeah.
there is an art in defending. There is an art
Hundred.
in defending and counter attacking and winning games 1-0,
100.
2-0 when the opposition may be superior to you. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm not now advocating Mourinho should come to Chelsea. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying what is with this whole fetish about it's got to be inexperienced, like your McKennas, your Marescas. I don't know, Ishan. Like, how do you feel about that, man?
No, I don't believe in this age factor. I don't know why our owners are going. Look, the only thing that I can relate to from them wanting a young manager is a yes man. It's an inexperience, right? So he won't have a say. He won't have a standpoint. That's what I think as of now. Because why? Uh, from a game standpoint, you want a possessive style gameplay, right? Why not talk about Xavi? Why not talk about Xavi? Why not talk about Thomas Tuchel? These guys are well enough to play possession based style. You're not talking
Mm.
about these guys. Age is, I mean, just a factor that it's just giving me one sign that these guys upstairs want a yes man. That's it, and that's who they preach for. Because what we've seen the last year is these guys want control in the dressing room as well, which is so unethical, man. You guys are owners. You stay upstairs. Mind your work upstairs. And when things don't work downstairs, just work your backsides to probably sack the manager or staff. You don't need to come in the dressing room and give a min-match speech. That's not your work. You're managers, not ground staffs. Not, I mean, you guys are owners, not managers or ground staff. You know what I mean? And look, this talking about this young age model. Xabi Alonso is it's been his first year, and then he just did that. It's like a surprise to the whole world. It's a surprise for the club itself that they will go this level and breach all the records, and they will stay undefeated the whole season of Bundesliga. This was absolutely crazy. Something he pulled off was a miracle. Nobody expected this. Probably the expectations at the beginning of the season for Leverkusen also was probably just to be around top four, or get the
Yeah,
European
hundred
competition,
percent,
right?
100%.
That was the aim for these guys, and him achieving this is more than an overachievement, because this is something. I mean, the achievement that Xabi Alonso made is something that Bayern Munich club might focus on, for the whole
Yeah.
year. Staying undefeated at the Bundesliga, going into winning into a European competition, this, that, and the other. But Xabi Alonso has overachieved. This is a one season, I think so. It's going to be a one season performance. This is not going to repeat. Undefeated being the whole season is not going to repeat. Him achieving this is a miracle, and we cannot expect that from every young manager. What's happening? What's happening to this
See,
mentality?
that's my point. Like, look, Chabi Alonso, I think he is a very good manager. I think his philosophy is very good. I think the way he
Yeah,
wants to play his football, you can see it when Bayer Leverkusen play. There is a distinct style that he wants to have when it's a build up, when it's in the midfield, when it's in the final third. Chabi Alonso, it'll be interesting to see how he does next season. How many players can he keep? Is it
yeah,
going to be the same? What if he loses some of the key players? Can he able to, replace them with quality?
correct.
Is he going to get the same, impact next season? We'll see. Maybe a lot of them will stay because they're in the Champions League, and they want to, work together one more season. But this whole thing, what you just said, they think managers like Chabi Alonso, they just fall from the tree every day. Like it just falls like an apple. It's an apple that's gonna fall from the tree every day. This is, as Ishan said, this is an overachievement. This is an anomaly. No one expected this. And to search, this is my thing. This is my thing. You don't search for these things. It just happens.
Yes,
When you
correct.
search for these things, you will never find it
Never find it.
because
Never find
it's an anomaly.
it. Yeah,
It's an anomaly, which means it's a miracle. No one expected this to happen. You can't search for a miracle. Miracles happen.
yeah,
You think when Leicester won under Ranieri the Premier League, Leicester had this beautiful blueprint ready. They
correct.
had Ranieri, Riyad Mahrez from League Two, or N'Golo
Yeah,
Kante from League Two in
yeah,
France, Jamie Vardy, Danny Drinkwater. Let's put them all together. This is the Premier League winning team, right? No, it's a miracle.
it's a miracle.
It just clicked. Now, if someone says, "Let me try and replicate that," let's say one day Wolves wake up, they go, "Aha! Let me try and replicate that." It it doesn't happen every day of the week. I'm
Yep.
sorry, it doesn't happen every day of the week. Now, what you can aim for is perhaps investing your stocks on a manager that shows good ideology. This is why, and this is the discussion I want to have with Ishan, and this is the discussion I want to have with you guys in the live chat as well. Ishan already said he's not too sure or he's not too happy about De Zerbi. Me personally, I feel Ishan, his ideology,
Hmm.
his blueprint on how to play football. Now, a lot of people will say, well, what the F has he done at Brighton? He's done nothing, jack all last season. Yeah, okay. Well,
Yeah,
what did he do the season before, though? He was
yeah.
beating teams like Man United and Arsenal and Liverpool seamlessly. Then he went to Europa League. Don't forget, Roberto De Zerbi was in the Europa League last season that just finished, and he did really well there. Went through the
Hmm.
group stages. Um, I think ended up becoming second, just behind Marseille, or were they first? I'm pretty sure it was second. Then obviously they met Roma, which the first leg killed them. In the second leg, I was watching that second leg because that's the leg where Pochettino and Winsterley were there.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, no jokes. Brighton won 1-0, but they
Hmm.
really should have been in the first half 2 or 3 up. And
Hmm.
that could have changed the perspective of that game if they, and this has been the biggest issue for Brighton.
Hmm.
They are not clinical up front because they just overall don't have the quality.
Hmm.
And they leak a lot of goals, not necessarily because of their structure, is because I feel Roberto De Zerbi depends a lot on 1v1 football. Everywhere in the pitch, 1v1, 1v1. He believes in that model.
Yeah,
In Brighton, the quality of some of their players, even though they are so well drilled under Roberto De Zerbi and also under Graham Potter,
yeah,
sometimes their quality can be a bit of a mismatch against the opposition.
yeah.
Just sometimes,
I
like
know.
Lewis Dunk, for example. Every now
Yes.
and then, Lewis Dunk makes a big mistake and it ends up being a goal. Every now and
Yeah.
then, the goalkeeper makes a big mistake, it ends up being a goal. But that aside, and I know that's a problem, I understand that.
Yeah.
I feel with better players, he should be able to get better results. That aside, though, his
Hmm.
the pure philosophy, the pure ideology of how he plays the game,
Hmm.
I feel that is something you can invest on. You can say, you know what? I will bring in this manager who's got a very good sense of playing football and the philosophy of it. I want to implement that at Chelsea, and I hope with the players we have, we can perform better than what Brighton has been doing. Far more control, far more methodical, and yeah, at times it may not look pretty. It may be just pass, 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 but hopefully, all of those passing can lead to 2-0 victory, 1-0 victory, 3-0
Yeah.
victories, more resolute in defense.
Hmm.
You think Arsenal, yeah, there have been games this season where they've blown teams apart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your Burnleys, your Sheffield. But there's been also games, Ishan, where Arsenal played reserve. They
Yeah.
played closed game. They played, very simple. Smart, but simple.
Yeah.
So uh, Ishan, do you feel that is worthwhile investing, or do you think nah, you still got question marks over Roberto De Zerbi?
Look, I agree on the whole, from a tactical standpoint, what you said about De Zerbi might, be very fruitful with the group of players that we have. Also, just to add on a point that you just said about De Zerbi's last season, uh, like us, Brighton also suffered a lot of injuries.
A lot.
Lot of injuries,
And
right?
Ishan, how many big players did they let go of? They sold Caicedo,
Oh,
McAllister. Do you know what I
exactly,
mean?
and still, even after Graham Potter left, Deserbi came in. Not just it was not just Graham Potter who left, but guys like Caicedo, Cucurella left. And these all these big guys who left. He was left with some of the new bunch of kids, and he worked wonders. If you remember in the beginning of the season, guys like Mitoma, he was on fire,
Yeah, he was on fire.
absolute fire. Guys like Solly March
Solimarsh,
before
yeah.
he got injured, he was fire. Absolutely, he was killing it
And
every
these are
single
two
game.
big players for him, man. Mitoma and
And
Solimarch are huge players for him.
huge, huge. And I think so. Another quality of the Zerbi, probably just like to add on to the list with what you said. He brings out the best out of your wingers,
Yeah.
absolute best. And I don't have any doubts of it. Just look at the history, not just now, but look at Shakhtar as well. He worked again with Mudrik, which helped him enhance
Yeah.
a lot of qualities. Uh, Mitoma, unfortunately, he got injured. Solly Marsh, again, unfortunately, he got injured. But these two guys were the spearhead of attack, when it comes to Brighton Football Club. The whole, tenure when they were scoring a lot of goals and winning a lot of games, these two guys were the spearheads of it. Unfortunately, these guys got injured. Not just that, Mizoma got injured. Who was the replacement? Adingra. He also started playing very well. Adingra plays a
Yeah.
very good football, man.
I
I
think
mean,
he's all right, like he's good. He's good.
bro, he's very good 1v1, and he can finish as well. He can be very lethal, and his vision also has improved a lot under De Zerbi with the inward passes and all. So I've seen few improvements for all these wingers. So I think so he's going to be a very good manager for the wingers. But yes, adding to that, uh, from a technical standpoint, I think so we have a lot of quality that Brighton didn't had. If we keep our strength, the overall bench strength, not get injured the whole next season if the Derby comes in, I think so. It's going to be exciting to see what he does with the group of players that we have. The only doubt that I have, Miss, is
Mm,
uh, it's you're managing Brighton Football Club, and again it's Chelsea Football Club. It's
mm,
Are we falling into the same pit that we fell under Graham Potter? That's my
mm.
big question mark.
That
And
is that's your biggest worry, isn't it? Like you're just worried that it's not the big hitter. It's not like a big hitter that you're bringing in. You're
yeah,
just going in with another gamble.
yeah.
So I hear you, man. Who would your ideal manager be, Ishan? Like if you got the opportunity, who would your ideal manager be?
Well, right now it would be Xavi. Go and take Xavi.
Yeah,
Barcelona
Xavi.
sacked him.
Yeah.
Barcelona sacked him. He's saying Hala Madrid. I don't know why he's so pissed off with Barcelona. Well, I think so. There
I
was a
rate
statement
Xavi.
that
I
he
rate
made.
Xavi.
Yeah. So I think so. I would like Xavi. If not Xavi, then probably I think so. Hansi Flick is already done, right?
Yeah, he's already
Uh,
done. He's gone to Barcelona. So here we go. Yeah.
yes. So probably Hansi Flick would have been my second, but I think so. I would prefer Xavi. Um, yeah, that's it, man. I think so. I had Hansi Flick in my list, but since he's gone up to Barcelona, I think so. Thomas Tuchel is going Man United, if I'm not mistaken. I think I'm getting a
Who
very
knows? Who knows?
uh,
Perhaps he's going to Man United. Yeah.
yeah. For me, it's I mean eyes closed. It has to be Xavi or probably yeah. That's it. Nagelsmann wouldn't be a. I mean, it's again a gamble, but then I wouldn't mind Nagelsmann because he's managed a club like Bayern Munich,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he's won stuff, And again, he's young and he's possessive, attacking minded, and all those stuff
He would have been
attributes.
the ideal selection. He would have
Yeah,
been young, like really young, like 36, I think, like
like
really, really
young,
young,
young.
like
Yeah.
proper young.
Yes.
Since our owners love young,
Yes.
um, is attacking. He's all about keeping control.
Yeah.
He's a winner. Like the stuff he was doing with Bayern Munich was mad. Like that
Yeah.
guy was going to clean up with Bayern Munich. But the biggest drawback for Nagelsmann is that
Yeah.
he already rejected these owners.
Exactly.
he already
Exactly.
said he already said, "What the f are you guys doing?"
Bayern Munich could not handle me. I think so. You guys are gonna handle me. I mean, no, no way. So yeah, I mean it's difficult, but I think so. Xavi would have been so ideal, man. I would have
Xavi's good as
loved
well,
that.
but I think Xavi's also outspoken. Ishan, like he's also outspoken. Even De Zerbi's outspoken as well. De Zerbi in recent times has spoken out on
That's
Brighton
what
as well.
makes look. I mean, we are concerned about pleasing our owners now,
How
and what
crazy!
happened back
How
then? How
crazy!
crazy
How
is it?
crazy!
We're talking about adjusting the qualities of our managers, but our owners should be pleased. Is that how a football club runs? Where we
Yeah.
have fallen into, man. This is crazy. It should have been Xavi, but I think so. Again, the whole plot. We're not going to sign all this McKenna and all these guys, all the Maxwell and McDonald and whatever the name this is. We are not going to sign them. It's going to be De Zerbi, and the whole game plot planning has been
What do you think
only.
about Maresca, Ishan? A lot of people are saying he's a protege, Pep Guardiola protege. Coming from the Pep Guardiola school, was an assistant manager. In Premier League Two for Man City, coached Cole Palmer, worked with Joe Shields. Um,
Okay.
that obviously promoted Leicester back to the Premier League. Um, uh, he just won the championship by 1 point, I think, from
Yeah.
Ipswich, the Kieran McKenna guy.
Hmm.
How you feel about Enzo Maresca? Apparently, he's all about control, control, control.
talking about him winning, the championship. I think so. Vincent Company last year won the championship with Burnley,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
look at him
And
getting
look what happened to him. Look what
slapped,
happened to him.
but ending a job in Bayern Munich. So
So it doesn't
what's
matter.
happening?
It doesn't matter. It
It
doesn't
doesn't
matter.
matter. But no, man, Miz, I think so. Once you come into the Premier League ecosystem, everything changes. Everything changes. It's so different, man. And look, you might be a good manager, but again, it's not just about being a good manager. It's about managing big egos as well. And I believe that my belief on that is very strong, because
Mm.
when you've probably been managing a club whose overall value might be 100 million. Here we have one player with 120 million valuation. So
Yeah.
there's a huge difference, and there is battle of egos in the dressing room, battle of egos among the manager and the player. How are you
Bro,
going to
battle of
manage
egos on field when there's a
on
penalty. They're fighting.
See, there are a bunch of kids who wants penalties, being 3-0 up. It's crazy, man. It's difficult to handle these situations, and you got to be a big manager. And it's not that he cannot do that, but it cannot happen overnight. You know what I mean? Is
Of
managing
course.
Ipswich Town and straight away going to Chelsea won't work. Probably
Yeah.
managing Ipswich Town and coming to probably a West Ham or maybe a
Yeah.
Crystal
Something in
Palace.
between. There has to be
Some
something
maybe a
in.
between,
Yeah. Like a Wolves,
coming
maybe. Maybe get a Wolves. Get a
exactly.
Bournemouth. Get a
Get a
Bournemouth.
Bournemouth, yes.
Yeah.
Get a
Yeah.
Bournemouth, Crystal Palace, Wolves. Probably at least a Brighton, maybe. Just get a
Yeah. Yeah.
Brighton.
Yeah. Yeah.
Manage
Yeah.
someone like a Solly March, and Pascal Grove and all, and Dunk and all, and then probably go on to bigger clubs. So there's steps and stages there. You just don't go leapfrogging. Someone like a Frank Lampard tried to leapfrog. Wayne Rooney tried to leapfrog. They fell down miserably. Gary Neville being a manager, trying to manage what Valencia, got smacked left, right, and center,
Yeah.
and left
And a lot of people
managing.
bring up the Frank Lampard thing, oh, but Frank Lampard did it from Championship. Look, Frank Lampard would not have been able to do that with any other club. He was able to do that because he's a club legend. Do you know what I mean? And we had a
Exactly.
transfer ban.
Yeah.
It was going to be very difficult to attract another manager, knowing that Sarri was leaving. Um, Frank Lampard was the only candidate during that time that was going to be able to do that, and big up to him for being able to do that that season. However, look where Frank Lampard is now.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, is a one hit wonder. Do you know
and
what I mean?
and this the level of Premier League has also grown miserably now. It's so tough in Premier League. Guys like Unai Emery, managing Aston Villa. Aston Villa has been crazy this season. They finished fourth. You can't count out guys like Olise in Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace is playing on
100%, bro.
another level. In Premier League, it has become very difficult, man. Apart from just leaving two, three, four teams that are always on the relegation battle, every team can beat every team. It's just that, and things have changed. You have to be very on top of your toes, or else being a manager, it's always difficult. And kudos to Pochettino for turning it around. In the last after probably January or February, he turned it around completely. It's difficult, but yeah, it is what it is, and probably now he's gone, so he's gone. Let's see what comes up next.
100%. Felix is saying what I find interesting. So many managers look too much. De Zerbi look to De Zerbi, for example, Maresca, Thiago Silva has De Zerbi book, etc. Yeah, Thiago Silva. We saw the footage. We absolutely saw the footage. All right, let's do a couple of these super chats first of all. Valan, big up to my boy Valan. Did you see Iqbali's face after the FA Cup? Yes, 100%. That was a priceless face. Also, I have started a YouTube channel. As you can see, the link over there at Valan VJV, looking for people who want to join. Guys, make sure follow our boy Valan. He's always there in the live chat. One of the OGs of this channel, has always supported the channel from God knows how many years. Give our boy a shot. He is starting his own journey at YouTube. Give him some support the way you guys give me the support. And hopefully soon you shall see me on his channel as well, and maybe even Ishan on his channel. And we can
Yeah,
all have a fine conversation over there as well. So give my boy, our boy, Valan, a subscription. Please subscribe to his channel, and let's see another journey. Maybe, who knows, we have another beautiful podcast building amongst us down the track. Valan, a big up to you, my man. Don't forget to join Football TV on playback. Yes, yes, yes. I will get on that at the end. We've got a few more things we want to talk about. But yes, on playback, ladies and gentlemen, there will be a show tonight, UK time, 10:30 p.m. I'm teaming up with Feroz, whole heap of different types of content coming up there. And hopefully we're going to be able to bring you guys some epic guests, man. Like some of the names that, as I said, Feroz, ladies and gentlemen, you would have all known Feroz from the epic video,
Yeah,
against all odds, which
against a
reached
lot.
millions and millions and millions of views, where big people reached out to him. And now he's gone into the journey of being a football agent. So Feroz is a football agent. He's got links with many different people. So he's got some guest lines lined up, and some of the guests you're going to be blown away. So there's going to be some interesting content there. I will share the link is already in the community page, but I will also show you guys. Actually, quickly, I might show you guys, because there's obviously a news which we want to go through. That's the news we'll go through. But this is our playback page, Football TV. Guys, make sure you go there and subscribe. Make sure you do that. And I'll provide you guys the link one more time down the track. Now, just quickly, as Ishan was saying earlier on, and as a lot of people were saying in regards to the Conference League, check this news out. Because UEFA FFP is stricter than Premier League PSR, Chelsea will not automatically accept an invitation to Europa Conference League for risk of breaching financial rules and a subsequent European ban. So we might not even participate. So yeah. This is how much we value this competition, to the point that we may not even participate because of financial fair play issues, of course, but also it's a waste of time. It is actually a waste of time. So that's a little bit about that. Carefree CFC Miss, thoughts on Paqueta betting allegation? Look, I've always said, where there is a bit of smoke, there is a bit of fire. I saw some of the clips and it looks a bit wild. Like, why is he doing certain things? Picking up yellow cards unnecessarily out of nowhere. I wouldn't put it past it. Like, Ishan will know very well, like, especially in IPL.
Yeah.
There is match fixing on a regular basis. I was watching a podcast the other day, cricket podcast. And they were saying there was a particular game this season in the IPL that had over nearly 3 billion. Nearly 3 billion was gambled in one IPL game. One IPL game. You think they're not doing match fixing in, like, come on, man. They are. So this whole thing about Paqueta, it's probably believable. You know, we've seen recently on Sandro Tonali, we've seen Ivan Toney. So yeah, man, this is completely believable. Ishan, any thoughts on the Paqueta stuff?
No, I mean, I have seen those clips that you're talking about, and it's funny now when clips come out, and when out of nowhere, he's, even if he does not get a yellow card, even if he's going and quarreling with the referee, and helping him a yellow card, then he's calm. I mean, it's quite evident, it's funny as well. But then these things happen, and looking at the whole Ivan Tony case. Now Luis Paqueta coming up. You won't know until it comes out, and now when it's out, you gotta believe it, because these things happen, and these guys will probably come out someday and accept it, because there are clues, there are all the evidences lying down behind. It's just a matter of
because all of the investigators, what they do is they look at suspicious behavior in the booking, like in the gambling space. So, for example, millions and millions of dollars, let's say, for example, was placed on Paqueta to pick up a yellow card in this match. At a certain minute, like a time frame from minute 50 to minute 65, Paqueta will pick up a yellow card, and X amount of money has been invested on that all around the world. And surprise, Paqueta picks up a yellow card in that time frame. Like, Why?
100%.
Why how has everything aligned so beautifully? Like you
Yes.
mean, like
Yeah.
everything in life has aligned so nicely. So of course you're gonna have to take these things a bit seriously. Um, Gaurav is saying, Ms., which podcast you were watching? It was in on Talk Sports. They had Bumble and this other guy, this big the guy who does all of the big articles in cricket. I forgot his name, but it was the English guy Bumble, and this other guy. So do check that out. Gaurav saying, oh, there's no match fixing in IPL, brother. You're kidding yourself. If there is when there is so much money invested, there is.
Yeah.
There just is. There just is. Haj, IPL is dodgy, just like all sports. Not gonna lie, you just got to try and
Spot.
spot certain patterns and anomalies. Yeah, 100%, 100%, 100%. All right, we're gonna slowly wrap things up, but before we do that, as I said, guys, make sure you subscribe to Football TV on Playback. I will share the link with you guys right now on on the live chat. Make sure you're there. We'll have our first show later today, 10:30 p.m. Firoz and I on Playback. Uh, Playback. Um,
So
Ms.
so it's Feroz's channel or his joint channel, miss?
Join. So we'll do it together. Um, some different stuff there. The reason why I didn't want to do it solo because I do that at you on my YouTube. So it needed to be something different over there. That's the biggest reason.
Yeah.
So guys, make sure you give it a follow. Let's get to 200. Let's get to 500. We're very close to 200, but we're trying to push for 500. And we're going to have a lot of you guys involved as well. We're going to bring you guys and have conversations with you guys over there. So make sure you guys are subscribed to that. Ishan, before we wrap things up, any final thoughts? Like, do you think managerial decision this upcoming week coming
Mm.
up? Who is your biggest favorite? I know we haven't really spoken about Amorim. Amorim has a game tonight, actually, Sporting versus
Yeah.
Porto in the
Yeah.
Portuguese Cup. I'm going to be keenly watching that. A little bit of thoughts on Amorim before we go, and also your favorite.
No, yeah, I think so. First of all, it is going to be Zerbi. That's what I believe. I think so. Somewhere down the line, um, all of this is like a fairy tale story that has been portrayed to us and all the Chelsea fan base. Like I already said, I would like to reiterate. It's going to be Zerbi, and probably now, just like the whole story has spanned out. We're all trying to be content with it, and probably going to see how it goes. Again, I still fear the same thing that I've told you a couple of moments ago. The favorite for me, again, I would like to reiterate. Uh, for me, it's Javi, uh, and that would have been perfect for me. Or probably Nagelsmann also would have done the job. But then again, Amarim, I think so. He's an exciting manager. He's a very exciting manager. He plays exciting football. Again, his team is playing another match today, probably a final, and uh, it's going to be exciting. But again, it's Sporting FC, and we're talking about Chelsea here. So I always have that wall in my head is that will these manager how will they transition into the Premier League? How will they play the egos that they manage in the previous club? Will they be able to manage it in Premier League? uh, is the pressure of the fans, can they handle that? Because that ecosystem of fan base is also completely different. So all these points come into the factor, and plays a huge role into the whole managerial career of a manager in a Chelsea. But then yes, again, just like to sum it up, probably Pochettino's sacking was not an ideal decision at this point of time. Probably should have given more time. Um, um, I'm not the biggest fan of Pochettino. Probably I'm still again content of him getting sacked or probably leaving. But then the backup plan, the decision behind that matters a lot. Again, whatever's happened. Whoever joins. We'll see how it goes from now on. What we can do is just hope for the best and see what happens. But yeah, in the next probably upcoming weeks or 10 days, I think so. We're having a new Chelsea manager.
Cool. Well, there you hear it. Zafar Zafiresh, thanks so much for the super chat, my man. Roberto De Zerbi is not only the best choice, in my opinion, from the shortlist, but also we have a great history with Italian managers: Ranieri, Ancelotti, Roberto Di Matteo, Conte, Sarri. Yeah, nah, of course. Italian managers and Chelsea. Yeah, we have a good history. We definitely have a good history. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna wrap things up. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Yeah, we'll do the wrap up of the latest news later on tonight, and then we'll obviously have the playback show as well. So quite a lot of content coming your way. So do look out for that. Until next time, everyone, take care. See ya. Bye.